The Iran-US war is about to come to an end. Like, are you kidding? It said that deal might be finalized on Sunday, 14th June 2026. Like, please, somebody should make it make sense. Welcome to Knives or Words once again. Let's get straight into it. So it said that the Iran-US war is going to end on Sunday, 14th, 2026, if all deals are being finalized before then. What soap opera just happened? Like, so let's rewind, please. Let's rewind. So, from ceasefire to a deal is almost being signed to Israel sending bombs, missiles to Lebanon, Hezbollah, which happens to be a faction, a terrorist faction sponsored by Iran. Iran saying deals are off the table. America checking Israel for throwing missiles at Iran. Iran sending back missiles at Israel, giving World War III vibes. And Trump coming up with this. Excuse me. Trump came up with this some days ago, right? Did everybody see this video, please? Somebody should tell me they saw this video.
It's coming down. I know you can't. It's going to come down like a rock. And again, we're taking out millions, which I'm just announcing today for the first time. But we've been taking out millions of barrels of oil. Millions of barrels. Every night, we took out oil. But now I'm going to tell you because they just figured it out. So now that they figured it out, I can tell you. It was very hard for me. I wanted to say it so badly, but I didn't want to ruin it. But it was very hard. But millions of barrels of oil has come out. And that's why it's at $85, $90 a barrel instead of $250. But we have the greatest military in the world, the toughest military in the world, just the best in every way. Nobody even close. There's no military that's even close.
So, from we don't need their oil, we don't need their oil, we just want them to stop having uranium, building nuclear weapons. We don't want it to be, we want them to have the possibility of building nuclear weapons. But you've been stealing their oil, but you didn't need the oil. Okay. And after all this, check this out. According to the Iran Observer on X, Iran's foreign minister states that the deal with the United States is almost finalized. We will announce the details ourselves, and the media should refrain from speculating. Like, God, the soap opera this has been. Okay, first and foremost, let me say, congratulations, the war is over. But one cannot deny the fact that it stopped being about power negotiation for a very long time. I think for me, in my own opinion, I think it stopped being a power move immediately Israel attacked them. I think that was where things shifted. All right, for me. And there was an IRGC leader that was targeted as well. So let's bring it back. So like I said earlier, from the point where Trump said the war was not about them getting oil, and can you remember I said it from the beginning? It is about oil. It is about oil, energy, earnestness. Guys, guys, America has its eyes on everything that can produce energy. For the new technological market on the horizon, don't sleep on energy. Okay, for people who like to invest or trade or whatever, it might take a while, but I think the idea is to build an infrastructure, capital infrastructure, whatever, around technology. All right, and America wants to be the sole provider of energy to the technological industry, in my own humble opinion. Okay, so do with it what you may. So they've been stealing their oil, and then, but all along you said it was not about oil. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And for crying out loud, who chickens out when your bluff is being called publicly in such manner? Trump coming out in such manner. What I would have expected, because with the way Iran has been fighting in recent times, they say deal off the table. America has not respected its own part of the bargain, deal of the table. I think money has exchanged hands somehow, somewhere, at some point. So it became about money after a while. And oof, the foreign minister of Iran coming out to say this, I don't know how that makes Iran look. America just practically made them look like a spectacle right now. It's so embarrassing that they have to accept it this way. Like, they didn't even make them like come to the table and just like act tough and just warn America and be like, oh, I would have expected America doing what they did, owning up to what they owned up to. Means they didn't respect the negotiation, they didn't respect the deal, blah 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 blah, and because of that, the negotiation is going to get more difficult now. We're going to have to renegotiate and bring more things to the table that will need America to sign off on. Like, just act tough, and then you can now come and say, okay, we'll finalize. But checking out after this, number one, what it tells me is something needs to happen immediately, something imminent. And I think July 4th is something that has been worked towards. And the whole of June, I think the America and the United States government is trying to like put some things in works ahead of July 4th. I might be wrong. I might be wrong, but there's a rush to it. There's a sense of rush to it somehow. There's a sense of rush to it now. All right, so let's pay attention to the concluding part of the whole debacle, Iran-US war. All right, let's quickly get to the editor's note. So, on the editor's note today, I'll be talking about the long-awaited SpaceX IPO that was launched 11th or 12th. I can't remember. That was launched, okay, and a lot of people jumped on it. The media covered it. It was so much noise. In terms of capital markets, does it make sense? Yes. In my opinion, anyway, short term, it makes sense. All right. For traders who, if you want to be a space, Jesus, I can't get my words out. If you want to be a SpaceX investor, I think you need to calm down for that industry to make something of itself. Tesla, even robotics. You can go into all that. But SpaceX, I think he just launched the Starship recently. It has not even launched anything to the space. What is the success of this market going to be? How frequent is it going to travel to space? And how would people even adopt it? Okay, so I know it's going to travel and all that, but in terms of materials and demand for that market, what is going to be the equivalence? Is it going to earn us profit more or loss more? I think it's a new market that people really need to wait for it to start operation. Hmm? Because recently, I don't know if you heard, Jeff Bezos's spacecraft kaboomed in America during trials. Okay, so uh, we might need to take it easy. All right, so long term for that market, I don't know. In my opinion, I think it's still dicey. I think I think the right thing should have been them traveling to space at least once with few people and see how people actually accept and give it the media rounds, let people accept it and see what is expected from that industry rather than launching the IPO before the operations. It smells fishy to me. So for those that made money trading, congratulations. For those that are investing in faith, sorry about that. For those that are investing in faith, congratulations as well. Uh, but I'm looking at the market first. Okay, so it's launching through Nasdaq stocks. So congratulations to Elon Musk. He said he's now the new trillionaire. I don't know about that. Sounds like it because the market is expected to earn us $2 trillion. So automatically it interprets that he will be a trillionaire because he owns the major stocks of SpaceX. All right, so that brings us to the conclusion of the show. Thank you for hanging with me today again. And please do remember to click that notification bell so you remember whenever I have a new video posted. And like, share, and subscribe. Let it go far and wide for people to accumulate more knowledge about things geopolitically and trending topics around us. See you later. Bye for now.